I like Axe a lot. It gives you another source of catch, and it gives you a hero to deal with Bristle just because you turn him around. The only thing is Warlock's pretty good against it because of the counter initiation, so maybe they'll go Centaur instead.
Your lane kind of sucks as well, because I think playing against Bristleback in the
I think
laning
you're just
phase
cutting,
from a
though.
safe lane. But if you cut, then you're matched into a Spirit Breaker as well.
That's true. I guess you're gonna probably be dealing with a tri-lane, so maybe you.
The only thing worse than Spirit Breaker and cutting waves is a Spirit Breaker who TPs with Ion Shell on him.
That's true. That's
and
true.
then gets in your face, and you're
What's
like,
the
oh,
chances they
jeez.
aggro on forward then and just put something solo safe lane against
Yeah.
the Darkseer?
I think it's
Maybe
pretty
Doom?
high.
Could they do Doom? It's really good against Bristleback too.
Well,
Like
they're
as the game goes on, right? Not early, but as the game goes on.
Have
you
we
just
seen
Doom the
much
Bristle.
Doom, out of curiosity? Because
No.
I tried the
SA a
hero a
little.
couple times after the changes, just felt really
It was
hard
every
to play.
time with Grimstroke. It was like 3
Yeah.
Dooms and 3 Grimstrokes.
I
There
thought the
was never
only
any
way
Doom.
he doesn't get nerfed is against if he lanes.
Yeah.
So the thing that got nerfed is that you can't devour anymore, like the big creeps.
Yeah.
But against Darkseer, I think that matchup still works that way.
For
Like
sure.
meaning it's still a good matchup for Doom.
Let's see.
And they go
Death
Death
Prophet.
Prophet.
They already, I mean, Black Sheep has the overall last pick. Maybe they just didn't want to get banned out. Gives you something to group up around, and this feels like it's an Ford's playing it like an open qualifier game. They just want to end this game as quick as possible because this looks like a 20-minute draft to me if they win lanes.
And these are tanky heroes with slow damage over time, right? And that's Death Prophet excels in both those aspects.
Can't
She has a
burst.
save too with the Venge.
Yeah.
Always better. Death Prophet's always a better hero with a save on her team.
All right, so
Especially
last pick.
since you're not going to go the Yule Scepter as much anymore, but more often the Ags.
I mean, even Yules has a ton of value in this game, though.
Yeah.
Plus, she's like one of the few heroes that doesn't just die from Spirit Breaker.
I just never know if when you pick up the Yules or when you pick up the Ags.
I
Death
think you go
Prophet.
Yules first this game
Yules
just because
and
of
Ags.
Spearbreaker.
Mm.
Like that's like your only threat, and you also have Fatal Bonds, which is a huge threat to you. So remove those two things, and you're almost unkillable in the mid game. As of now, at least, they have no, like you said, no burst damage, just a bunch of damage over time. Really bad against Death Prophet. That was actually a really good pick.
They banned the Legion out. A way to get rid of
Yeah.
some fatal bonds, whatnot.
That was going to be my suggestion when we were talking about the Axe. I like the
Oh, that's a
Legion a
good
lot
point.
against Bristleback and Darkseer.
It's a good point. I didn't think about Legion.
Well, Ford, what are you banning now? You know they need a middle hero. What hero is Storm doesn't seems pretty bad. I mean, versus Death Prophet. Besides that, Blitz, is it a bad Storm game for Black Sheep?
Not necessarily.
You need some
just,
catch,
You just
right?
have to play like in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Like you're not like the true one in that position.
Okay.
You just sort of like run in so that everybody
banned
else
it.
can deal damage.
I thought it seemed really good. versus
Ooh, I
IO.
like, you know what I kind of like is
It was a
Mars
good
here.
call, Grant.
Tips Fedora. Yes, sir. You like Mars?
Yeah, has good synergy with Venge. Really good lockdown for you for the Gyro Death Prophet. It plays against the mobility that Darkseer Spirit Breaker gives for this lineup. It's just not like I want something that comes online a little bit quick as well, which I'd still be okay if they could find a way to make Axe work.
How crazy is like Underlord or Doom? Like I just mentioned those because like these are solo safe laners that can just build aura items and group up with your team, and I feel like they just so easily group up this game. Even though they have Warlock and Darkseer, I don't think Black Sheep can actually
truly
compete
fight
with-
into him.
Like yeah, the damage output is so much higher from forward gaming in the mid game. Like they just have so much free damage with their heroes. And I just feel like the Underlord type hero would actually benefit them really heavily right now, but that'd be an unorthodox pick. They do go Axe, so
Nice.
I'll just stick with my original theory that they wanted a hero to counter Bristle to make him turn around, gives you a relocate setup, very unnatural, and is that 100% a carry Bristle? I guess it is.
Feels like, I mean, you could put it middle, whatever you want to do, but
Yeah.
feels like it is.
What's the best burst damage? You want
Lena?
Clop or Lena?
Yeah, Lena builds Yules too against Axe.
Yeah.
Seems like the natural pick, but haven't been too impressed with Lena so far in all the games I've
Yeah.
seen her. Is there any other Yules builder that bursts? I don't actually know.
Is there a superior late
up,
game
Grant?
hero?
What's the? I see the BSJ. What's that say? Oh, it's just promo code. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, yeah. I guess you guys don't know. If you didn't know, we do have a 5th member of our cast. His/her name is Dotar. It is. I used to date him back in the day, and then we broke up, and then it's been a whole thing.
So
I
wait,
hate him.
was her in that form when you dated?
Yes.
Or
The robot. And the biggest thing for me is like, do you have 2 arms or do you have 2 legs? And for me, it was just like they would never give me a direct answer, and I'm like, well, if you don't know yourself, then how am I gonna know you? So until you find yourself, Dotar, I just can't be there with you.
Wow.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Grant, that was incredibly deep.
Yeah, it's like you gotta find yourself, right, guys? Like,
Yeah.
you matter the most to yourself.
Yes. How can I help you if you can't help me help you?
Exactly. Medusa.
yeah, the superior late game hero and the matchup against Gyrocopter and Death Prophet.
I feel
I
like
like it.
forward's lineup though deals with her pretty well.
Why is that?
I think they can work around her. They have good burst too. Their team fight overall, like the long fight, I think is not bad for them either.
You just avoid Medusa, don't you?
Hmm?
Like in terms of the map movements you're making, don't you just avoid Medusa?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
like
play around her.
Yeah, you just like if she's ever sitting in front of a tower, just go somewhere else. Force her to go to that tower and then go somewhere else again. Like your mobility on the map is much higher. Like you have Warlock, Bristle, Medusa. All 3 of these heroes don't do mobility at all. And then Gyro's a hero that he's kind of like Luna, where he struggles against a lot of stuns because he's a ranged hero that is really fast. But if you don't have those, then he's really powerful and really survivable. And they don't have stuns; they have Spear Breaker, and that's it. So Gyro can operate really freely in terms of farming the map, but also in team fights, like you can just work around the golem, and that's all you have to concern yourself with. Like when I saw Gyro played in SEA, the immediate response picks were like, it was Shaman Nyx were the supports on the opponent team, and the Gyro had a really hard time playing that game because he would get stunned and bursted or stunned, just controlled in general. But Gyro's really easy to play if you're just zip-zooping with phase boots, drums, and an IO tethered to you. So
It just looks so terrible that they have like literally no playmaking core to make things happen.
yeah,
Like
I agree.
as a safe lane bristleback, I'm not opposed to you putting more emphasis on the farm of this hero, especially the ever since the Aghanim Scepter came into play, your carry potential goes up a lot higher when you can spam goo preemptively before a fight.
That's true.
So like I would have been okay with them just committing to the Lina Quap and just have a playmaker that makes kills happen, threatens burst damage,
He does have the
or give
Crimson
a safe
Set, though.
lane hero that actually makes things happen.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that entirely. Every hero in Dota has things they don't do, and then you realize when you play that hero that it's really annoying to deal with lineups that punish that fact. And Bristle, you already touched on everything he struggles with, and Medusa doesn't address any of that, which makes it so that you're pretty much what I'd say Radiant's gonna do is sit back and farm and let Dire make plays, and hopefully they overextend, and then you punish them with all your counter initiation. Because you have no play, you have counter plays.
And here we go. There will be a 3-man Fatal Bonds. They already do have the Iron Shell. They only have one of them on so far. Boris is just beating some ass. They do got to be careful. MSS, full HP, has the healing self, can heal up his teammate if he wants. They're going to try to punish it a little. And is this going to be a tri-lane versus tri-lane? Or do you think we're going to see some TPs out?
I hope they TP out. I don't like seeing these Darkseer tri-lanes. We saw it fail pretty miserably last time. I just like to see them cut waves.
You can just dual lane, bring your SP to tank the wave for you, and then he
Yeah, exactly.
goes away from you, and you get XP. But this hero is not meant to get behind Grant.
Okay.
Which is why people are tri-laning it to set the tone of the lane. Just beat on him. Don't let him just step up and get whatever he wants.
And Cap, I got a question for you. You're an off-lane player. Are you a fan of the set? Or
The
are you
axe set?
Yes. Or do you want him to actually use an axe? Or a blood chaser, that's my favorite.
No, I think this set is pretty cool.
Okay.
I mean, I personally never really see it when I'm playing Axe.
Yeah.
I always see it on Manly Axe Picker,
Yeah.
who I run into him so often. The Axe is never available
Oh.
to me because he always first picks it.
Wait, there's a guy named Manly
Yeah,
Axe Picker?
he
That's
picks,
literally
he's
all he
5
picks.
position axe unless somebody wants 5, meaning like his default is 5
Is he
position.
good at it?
Yeah, I mean he's ranked 200. I'm telling you right now, if he picks axe on my team and I'm carry, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like he is way better than the average 5 position player in NA.
He creates so much space.
Let me
with
tell you.
5x.
Yeah, he plays
really
it like
understands
an Undying, where
Yeah.
you just run at them with battle hunger.
What in the world?
All right. Boris is gone, going back to the base.
But it also, I just feel like it's the intimidation factor. What's more scary, a guy running at you with an axe or a naked guy running at you ready to punch you? I think it's the naked guy, personally.
It's very true.
Yeah.
It is.
He's
Well
got his
said,
little-
BSJ.
Thank you.
He's either got the little leaf or the straight up just the briefs that say axe on them. Like,
Yeah.
if you're naming your underwear, dude.
I mean, the big deal for me is, like, there's a screw loose, when you see the naked
yeah.
guy with the leaf running at you. So that makes you immediately question what his motives are and all that kind of stuff.
So far, middle, pretty even. 6-3 against 5-3. Obviously, all the creeps here. Commits the snake to get the range creep.
Grant, have you ever run around in your underwear and a cape?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Probably 4 years ago, actually, not even as a kid. Sometimes you just do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cape, it was a blanket, but as a cape.
Right, of
obviously,
course.
Yes. Like, I'm not going to buy a cloak or a cape, obviously, from a store.
I
That would
misheard
be
you guys
silly.
completely. I thought you guys were saying the word cave for the past, 2 minutes.
Jesus. Axe, double stout shield, and going for the phase boots. Mason versus Snake King. They're just having a good old time. We did actually see it was Bloody 9 who did end up keeping bottom. We'll find that rune. So if you're Black Sheep this game, obviously you're a pretty heavy underdog. Do you just try to be cool and get your Medusa super farmed? Is that like the game-winning play
Yep,
for
that's
you?
all you can do.
All right.
Farm Bristle and Medusa and eventually just have more items. But the same thing is, like, what I said about Gyro is the same about DP. She should freely operate in this game, farming as well as in fights. So I just am trying to envision how they win. It's a weird
It's
culmination
tough,
of
yeah.
factors that I can't really put together to be like, yeah, at this point in the game, they're going to do this and they're going to win.
The weirdest part is that I don't think I've ever seen a lineup where you have two heroes to plant in front of a push.
That's
You
true.
know, normally
yeah.
it's you have a Dusa or you have an Underlord or you have a Bristleback. Here, they've got a Dusa in front of one tower and a Bristleback in front of another tower. It is like the ultimate. They're just gonna slowly siege away their towers if possible and hope for late game.
If they can remain at a point where they're not killable for at least 15 to 20 minutes on this Medusa Bristle, then I think their game plan is pretty solid. But if they get to this point where they're actually gankable and they can't play separated, where Bristleback and Medusa need backup, and otherwise they just die, then it means they're not going to be farming very much on the other heroes, and then Forward Gaming can just do whatever the heck they want. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, if Darkseer has to play like next to Bristleback or Medusa to
Exactly.
make sure they don't get jumped on, he's gonna feel terrible.
Exactly. So, like, if they can play efficiently where they play 3 lanes for like 15, 20 minutes on the Radiant,
Snake King.
that's really good. He's
He's
dead.
looking pretty damn dead. The Bloody 9 Mason. He does get the call off, so he'll survive one more possibly, but he just goes down. Yawar, they get the kill top, but the first blood given to Mason. Boris, we'll just pull him over here. And, well, this tri lane seems to be pretty scary. Boris is happy his teammate died. I'm sure he's like, oh, look at all this sweet, sweet free experience for me.
Yeah, when you asked me about the set, I thought you were gonna ask me about that lane. And I know, like, in that setup, I'm not happy as the Axe.
Look
But
at level 1 Surge.
where Snake King is at, because the aggro tri-lane initial and like just little things, like the fact he's level 4, I'm feeling fantastic. Like, I'm ahead of schedule as his Axe in this 1v2.
Well, here comes Bloody 9. He will throw up the 3-man Fatal Bonds. Yawar hits him with the right clicks.
Fatal Bonds doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Unless you actually do damage to somebody.
That would help. But unfortunately, I can't do anything. Yeah, this top lane, the Spirit Breaker,
That's
Dark
4
Seer,
bounties.
it's feeling bad, and they do. They get all 4 of them. Axe, super happy, as you said. Bristleback,
He's not
farming the
leveling Bristle.
medallion. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about the medallion. I feel like Soul Ring Phase would have been the way I would have liked to play this game.
Yeah.
Medallion's like not enough single-handedly to support your mana pool. And I feel like he's going to be farming for a while. I feel like he's got a gear. He's not at threat for at least 4 or 5 minutes, which means you can go for an item like Soul Ring. And then you're going to hit this mid-game timing. And Medallion's not a bad item on a Bristle. I think Phase Soul Ring and then Medallion would be really good. But we'll see how it goes. You do want a Solar Crest at some point. Heroes like Medusa benefit from it so much because they just stand there and attack.
This Gyro, he's having a pretty free game right now. Gonna be top of the CS charts here. Level 5, even in a tri-lane. Guess we'll follow Boris. Where, oh, where are you going? It's like they might stop middle. There's someone going in. It's Bloody 9 sup. Just 3 people middle, charging on. Yep, cancels it up. No, he can't do anything versus Axe, who's gonna be he's gonna get level 6 off of this. And now he's getting a little bit scary. He's just gonna run uphill. He's hasted too. You gotta be careful.
That's a naked man hasted up a hill.
That is.
Oh, Jesus. Now he's not
I've
just
had this
running
dream
at you
before.
naked. He's sprinting at you at inhuman speeds. You can't get away from him.
I mean, isn't that that was always talked about, right? Like, what's the best way to win a fight if you're undermatched? Wait up, we're going to find out right now from them. There's going to be a stun. It is going to be stopping the charge. Fatal Bonds is there. You will take a lot of damage, but MSS, he's going to try to help him out. He does have a Fairy Fire as well to keep him alive, but Mason is giving him the hands right now. Nice stun. They try to turn around. MSS body blocking Mason. Will one more thing of Quills being up? It sure is. Boris, they get the double. Pilot die. I don't even think they care about killing him. They got the two important ones there.
That's a third place TI rotation right there.
That was a lot of damage.
Yes, these Quills are doing some work. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Isn't that the crazy, like, if you're undermatched in a one-on-one fight, aren't you just supposed to, like, act crazy? Like, just literally take off your pants and start running at him? I don't want to fight a naked guy with his wang hanging around.
That seems like a solid IRL play.
Yeah.
That seems like a solid IRL play.
Oh, God,
for
I'm
sure.
going to get beat up by this bigger guy. Whoop. Pants down. Whoop.
Pants off.
Pants up. Pants off. Hands up.
But what if that guy is even crazier than you?
Well,
Then you've just exposed yourself to a crazy man.
He calls your bluff.
oh, God, I've never been in this situation. What if? They're trying to defend top. Mason, as you said, it was a very nice rotation. Gets him a double kill. Do you still want him to go phase boots here, probably?
I think Phase are the best boots on Bristle just because he's usually low armor. Obviously he has the medallion, but I just think the low armor, low mobility just makes it so much better for him to go Phase. Almost every strength hero just goes Phase, right? Like even Axe has Phase.
Feels like now. Uh-oh. Boris, damn, that is going to be an ultimate pop from Death Prophet. The charge is up, but these ghosts are just eating him up.
Why isn't he charging?
Because he's like if he stops, he gets silenced? I don't know. Why didn't he charge?
Yeah, he actually just charged at any point there. There had to be some creep to charge. That's weird.
Good question. Maybe he thought he was buying more time by running away since he popped the ulti and his death was worth it.
Recollecting
Get him
team
as far
runes
away
right
from the tier 1 tower as possible.
That's what I thought. I mean, it didn't technically do anything, but maybe. Well, Iron Highlight, he's farming. I mean, they haven't really done too much second, or almost second on the net worth chart here. Pardon me, the CS chart. It's actually 5th on net worth, and look at this. We got 5 above 3K and 5 below 2K here, so pretty standard.
The haves and the have-nots.
Yes. And this is the big one, right? The only core below 3K, he is having a rough game right now. This Darkseer, and we talked about in the very first game, right? You don't want to play a hero from behind. What do? You just farm.
Yeah.
You just had to cut creeps. Why haven't they been cutting creeps more?
I don't know. It's
I
a
guess
good
at this
question.
point it's too late. But
Well, he tried to at the start, and I saw he got challenged by Venge Wisp as a duo.
okay.
He's going Vanguard on the Bristle, too, it looks like. Blink Dagger almost on Snake. You need that Blink Blade. No, you're killing everyone. Oh, denied the ward. Bloody 9 tries, but can't get it.
Vanguard Bristle, huh? Does Vanguard block DP spirits?
No.
I didn't think so. I was just curious. I don't think Vanguard's good to hear then.
Nope.
If it did, then I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But
Maybe he wants the full Crimson Guard for Flat Cannon.
I just feel like that's like another do nothing item though.
Yeah.
On it, like when I thought of Phase Soaring, that's just like him running around farming, possibly taking engagements. Like it gives you mana and it gives you the ability to run at people.
You don't just think like the raw HP that you get from it is good enough in this game?
I don't think so personally, because it doesn't actually block. It doesn't. It doesn't actually block the damage sources. Like mainly.
What'd they say?
It was just,
Mason just said you're shit and
tell
all
you
shit.
what, you are, if you didn't know, you are and Mason are very, very good
Go,
friends.
go, you're shit!
Yeah, in the pregame, Mason's like, just want to remind you guys that you are shit. So obviously, it's all in good fun from these two players.
Wow. Boris, level 4. Wish to get that level 6, but they're going to fight. It's going to be the 10-minute runes. Oh, there's going to be a bash, so now Zero will be able to pick it up, and he surges them out. They'll look it out. Hey, that's 3 runes. Actually, it's 2 for 2. They got a haste rune, pardon me. So it is going to slow down a little. We got 5 kills here in the 10 minutes. It is a 3K lead from forward. When do you just start like 4-manning, 5-manning as forward, or do you just 3-man and let IO Gyro farm and TP to fights?
That.
Okay. When
Second
do you
option.
start doing that? When do those 3 move
Whenever
together?
you feel like you have to, I'd honestly say.
Okay.
Like
if you have
right
an
now, just don't have
overwhelming
to.
advantage.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you're gonna farm more efficiently on the map, so you can play it where eventually you just get a lead, or eventually the opponent team tries to make a move and your lanes are good, and then you just take a naturally easy engagement. What is Axe going?
Wait. Oh my God, they're gonna miss
Blink
it.
Dagger.
Sorry, yeah, he's going blink.
Phase
Okay.
Blink.
So okay, he's got it now. They're going to maybe go on him bottom, but he's just going to walk away.
Oh, but there's the charge come through. He's not level 6. He actually needed one more creep. There's going to be the call, and he should just be able to make it out here. He's just still getting run at, and they see the TP and get out of there.
Yeah, they can make a play with this Axe Blink now. Maybe they smoke right off the Shrine usage.
That was a kill maybe if they had level 6 on Spirit Breaker. He's just like 50 experience shy.
And smoke from the bottom? Or did they smoke?
Yes,
yeah,
they did. Snaking as well as Pilot Eye.
This is a good kill if they can get Medusa. They have DP ult.
Get your book, Pilot Eye. They're just going to sit behind CC and see. If anyone steps up to these creeps, he is definitely going to get called. They can't kill the Medusa, can they? Like with full HP, full mana right now?
Yeah, I don't think they can. I think they could have if they had the DP ult running prior. Like if they run in with the DP ult and then blank Axe call. But they have the Warlock behind now. That's the problem with Axe. That's why I was a little bit hesitant on the pick. It is pretty bad against Warlock, but the fact is we talked about they don't have to make plays, so just don't force anything. Warlock was missing. Oh my gosh, the stacks, the efficiency for Gyro. Let's make sure we see this because that's just going to be real satisfying.
BSJ, if I'm talking and you see him heading over that way, just yell at me.
Okay, we'll do.
That's all you have to do. Maelstrom, the new build. Everyone does it.
Either Ags Maelstrom or Maelstrom Ags is pretty much all I've seen.
How do you guys feel about the new IO talents? I mean, you nerfed a little, right? Because now you're forced to take Spirit Supply slow normally at 10. And then you lose the Aghanims now, but still a first pick hero almost every game.
I think it was a really good nerf, the one to the level 10 talent in like the early game. It makes the laning stage weaker, and then it makes this hero the same without the XP gain. So I think that was a really good nerf.
Taking away the Ags concept was... I really like that. Thought the free Ags was a dumb idea.
I think it was
After
cool
all
in theory, and then it ended up just being
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, that's such a cool idea. And then as time went on, I was like,
And
oh
I don't
God,
mind if
this is
Valve does that
terrible.
kind of thing, right? Like
Yeah.
if they experiment a
try
bit
it
with
out.
it. Or Ice Frog, excuse me.
Well, here we go. We've got level 6 Warlock going in. We did see that was a triple or quadruple stack. Fatal Bonds plus Bristle takes down pretty quick. They're going to run up top. Ward goes down. They have to know something's up because, well, I guess they don't see that ward yet. Doesn't look like they'll find anyone up there. Snaking. Getting closer and closer to that. Oh, you didn't warn me, you BSJ.
Ah!
Well, they got a lot.
I'm fired too, damn it.
Sorry.
We're not gonna, by the end of the day, we're not going to have anybody left to cast with you, Grant.
We're just going to have the... I'm fired too. We're just going to have the Astronaut and Dotar cast.
Dota.
And honestly, half of...
You gotta add the S. Dotars.
Oh, Dotars, yeah. Honestly, I mean, I'm sure Twitch would love it since all it does is spam Twitch memes. They'd probably love that. Mason. He's just going to take this top tower. They
He has
don't want to
Vanguard
defend
plus what? Okay, he did go phase. Good. I like that.
Listen, Danny, see
Isn't
200
Dotars your boy?
No, absolutely not.
Whoa,
Did
whoa,
you listen
whoa.
to the story? It's my ex.
Her.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. What is
It.
it? Yeah.
It is.
Pretty much Dotars changed me to asexual. That's what Dotars did to me. I got to find myself as well. It's tough out here.
Yeah,
though.
whenever my viewers ask me if I got a girlfriend, I just say I'm asexual.
Yep, that's true. Blitz, do you know what that means?
You ain't in either?
No, it means you're gonna you only will, like, procreate with yourself, right?
No, that's not
Oh.
asexual.
Well, what's asexual? then?
Asexual means you're like not attracted to anything.
Oh, so he was right. Okay.
That's
Now you could have told him he was right. Instead, I'm just saying now he's looking. Brian's confused now.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the term that means you procreate with yourself.
I thought it was. I guess I'm just wrong.
No, I think it's both.
Okay.
Is it both?
I'm pretty sure in biology, asexual means
Yeah.
procreate with yourself. But when it comes to humans, it means you don't have any sexual feelings
Okay.
towards anybody.
Okay.
I
We'll
think.
we'll get a confirmation from production afterwards.
Yeah.
Eventually. Or we just won't. We'll forget about this in
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Someone
hopefully.
explain
Oh,
human
God, get us
sexuality
outta
to
here.
us, please. We're a bunch of gamers.
Almost the full Yules now, and the Death Prophet has a regen bottled up as well. And as you said, they're cool just sitting back farming. They have a 4K lead right now. Boris, he's ready to do something.
He's ready to doze before hose.
Yep. Oh, they thought about the rock. They're going to charge forward. They're going to try to go in. Doesn't have the Yules yet. Does have the ulti. Will they just run at him? Trying to get rid of that Spirit Siphon. They do. They get out for now.
He's so fast with the max bulldoze and the surge.
Yeah, he goes in. God, Bulldoze, one ability.
Team defend tier 1 mid. Black Sheep is just all in.
Yeah.
Bristleback will be there. Medusa will be there. By God, we will never lose this tier 1 mid tower.
I think
Honestly,
if they
how
keep it
much-
alive though, it keeps the game going for like longer than it should.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much net worth lead does Dire need to take that tier 1 mid?
More.
I'd say at least 10,000 actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think Black Sheep
10K
knows
is a
that
good
they're probably
marker.
going to lose the game if they lose that tower because they'll lose too much map control.
Yeah.
So they probably just all in for
Give me everything.
nonstop.
A full Manta is going to be coming up on Annihilate. 16 minutes in with Phase Boots 1, double Wraith. Pretty good. Just getting his farm on.
I guess it's just a luxury item because I don't exactly see what Manta does for you. I guess the DP silence kind of, but
Okay. Snake King's looking at BKB after his fresh blade mail he's picked up. This is going to be a very farmed axe.
nice spin. That was a clutch spin right there.
And they're coming for this bottom kill. They're not even relocating. They're just running right at Boris.
No bulldoze.
Yep. Yeah, he has it now. Will he get it off, though? He won't. He's going to get on there. It's going to be the blade mill. Here comes the boys. And, yep, they just kill him immediately. They are pinging out middle because they know fewer bottom. 159 HP. The Pilot Eye defending it himself as well. Let's see him. He'll just pull him off tower, I assume. But they're going to get it. Will it get denied? No, not yet.
If there was a wager for what team would lose their mid tower first in this game, that would have been a free bet for sure.
No.
Because there's, like you said, there's no way Black Sheep ever loses this mid tower.
Well, my bad, miss it. It does get denied. That was plan award. What about, okay, has the Manta now. You like the Scotty? Is that just the normal build?
Yeah, seems pretty standard. They just have damage issues for a long time. And Bristle is a hero that wants to be able to make plays, be able to run around the map, be active, consistently fighting here and there, and they just don't have a lineup that
Don't
does
get
that.
bashed again.
Medusa, Warlock, Darkseer, none of these heroes like consistently fight.
Who's scared of Roshan?
He got bashed and lost 50% of his health last time he charged
Yeah.
top. He just canceled that. He was like, I'm not risking it.
Stay out of the pit.
Get away.
He's mad.
Almost a full pipe now on Darkseer. Catching up. I mean, he is very down in experience, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, level 15. Axe is 14. Darkseer is level 9 currently. Feels pretty bad.
3 to 3. 18 minutes.
Let's see. No one else.
Can't
They
kill him,
obviously
right?
have the IO Gyro, too, that can TP in. This feels pretty impossible. Bye.
Yeah.
Solar Crest picked up by the Bristleback.
When Death Prophet's taking the most dangerous farm on the map, that stuff pretty feels good in your draft.
All right, where are we going? Are we rotating for middle? What are we doing? Okay, he just
Running mid tower.
All right, makes sense to me. Double
he's got-
damage.
They're out of
TD
position.
BKB.
Run
This
at
is
that
the
mid
time.
tower.
I think this tower is going down, my friends.
Well, then the game is over.
Oh God, he hasn't popped the DD. Doesn't
No,
want to take it
Mason's
that
not
quick.
moving over. Get over
No,
there,
they're coming.
Mason.
Get in there.
I heard an axe call. It is going to be
Oh,
over here.
God.
There's going to be the relocate. It's actually going to be Annihilate. There's going to be a TP. Nope, they're just going to let him die. He does get the ulti up, but it won't matter. Instantly blown up, and now
Retreat.
they know.
Get out, guys.
They know they're coming back right here. CCMC still has the ulti as well. And this should just be a pretty free tower. Medusa into tower. Probably worst case scenario for Black Sheep there.
Yes.
I
That
guess
was
losing
greedy of
5
them to be there.
Yeah,
You had to know if the gyro was showing that they were gonna wrap, right?
they did. Exactly as you said. Feels pretty bad if you're Black Sheep. 6K lead now. It's 3 to 4. 7 kills in 19 minutes. Is this just forward now? Do they just not like kills that much? There's going to be a wall
Mason.
going on. It will be Mason. He's just trying to do damage. CCMC taking a lot. They do have the Shrine up. Mason's trying to zone him out. Boris flies in. They want to get this IO. Does some more bottle, but they are siphoning. Will it be enough? Mason trying to get away. They do have the move speed from that battle hunger. There's going to be another one popping up right now. Uh-oh. The punch, the dunk. I still don't know how that works without an axe, but it's fine.
He karate chops him.
The
Straight through
two-handed karate.
From,
They just
yeah.
destroy
Straight
his
through
head.
from the top of his head all the way down.
A
Just cleaves him
fatality.
in twain.
And here we go, Mason. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There's the call. There's the blade mill. Goodbye, cruel world, says Mason. And we have started to see the beginning of the end. I have a feeling. I annihilate again. They're running at him. It's 20-minute runes. He's right-clicking. I don't know if he knows there's a gyro fall. Now he does. There's going to be the rocket going out. Bounty runes are here. Who's over here? It's going to be Boris CCNC. This might be another kill. Nope, there will be a heal coming out from Bloody Nine. They're going to try to run after him. He tries to dodge it, but he can't. Rocket will hit. Annihilate will get surged. He's trying to run away. There's the upheaval. He now needs to get out. They do get the 4-man freeze. There's going to be the blink for it. Uh-oh, they found the Medusa. They found Bloody Nine. They have found themselves pretty much the entire Radiant team. And goodbye, friends. They drop down. And that's kind of what you want from Ford, right? You end up losing your first. No, they won, right? They beat J Storm. Yeah, they beat J Storm. maybe not as convincing as they wanted. Now you're going up against a team, right, that people don't expect to do that well. You've got to dominate them, right? You can't have close games here.
People
honestly.
don't expect to do well as like the understatement of the century. The
0.00%. They just expected him to show up even.
How many decimal places do you think they have to go to give them a number other than 0?
I bet it's just 3, right?
Okay,
You got to give him a 1 at the third one there,
yeah,
I hope.
I hope so too.
Yule's picked up by Axe.
I can't believe that.
And they did get there. If you didn't know, actually, this is a undefeated versus undefeated matchup right now with Black Sheep did end up taking down Old Suck Gaming.
That's your boys, right?
Yep. You know where they got that name from?
What?
The last major, the Patzel stack, Young Drug Gaming. That name still, NA name still, we do have the best open qualifier names.
That's what we can claim.
Yeah, we can claim that we've got the best open qualifier names, baby. And well, Illusion and Pop, they're
We'll
trying
add
to
it to
come
the list.
too. Add it to the list of what NA's the best at. Everything. BKB next for Bristle, Solar, Vanguard, and it feels like this guy just wants to be running at people and bopping them on the head, but no one else can really run along with him at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. In the nicest way possible, I don't understand what he's going for with this build. Because you're not a hero that like sits in the back, right? You're just gonna get called and die with these items, and that's not a good.
And that's
way
why
to
it was such a good Axe last pick, right? Like
Yeah.
they picked the Bristle, you know it's gonna be a core, and all of a sudden you get a hero that just literally counters your entire game plan. It feels like.
Yeah, I just feel like he could have adjusted a bit better. Like if you just go tanky items, like strength items into BKB. That's how I thought it would be played, but.
Okay, they're smoked up. They want to find someone. They just don't know who to go after, and they're trying so hard for any kill.
Medusa Darkseer smoke. Watch out, boys.
They've got a Spearbreaker Iron Shield that dozes before hoses.
Yep.
So.
Oh no, CCNC, BKB, Ewells. They do have cancels for that BKB, but look at this. Oh, they're run up. It is going to be War plus MSS. Do they fight? There comes the rock getting dropped. Mason's going to run in. Oh my god, Bloody 9 almost dies immediately. He does. They do get MSS. There's going to be an ulti to try to slow them all down. Yuar is here by himself. Guess what it is, though? It's a BKB. CCNC here as well. Has a BKB himself. Here comes the IO back. There's going to be an Axe call. He gets 2 of them. He doesn't get the dunk up on 0 immediately. Just punches him in the head. Now Annihilate's getting run at. He'll go down as well. There's going to be a buyback from the Darkseer. We might see the G's dropped a little bit early here. They're going to go for a tier 2. They're looking for another. Oh, the swap. That's going to be a dieback. This is not good for the Radiant side. 14K lead at 23 minutes. It's a beatdown.
This
What do
is
you
kind
mean,
of
Grant? Now it's stage 2 of Black Sheep's plan. You went from all-in defending mid-tier 1 tower nonstop. Now the next play is all-in defending high ground.
Oh, God.
Never moving outside of your base.
That plan might not even happen because they might just be able to kill Mason. Can they bring him down before he makes it, and will they dive him? No. I wouldn't be surprised if Mason calls him a wussy right now, but he doesn't. And they're just going to go for this tier 3 here.
They never should have gone for the smoke gank, honestly. They should have stuck with the plan.
Just let Medusa farm. Sit, even though everyone else is having a bad game, just sit there. Be
Tier
cool.
1 down, boys. Sit in the base.
Oh, man. This could be the game ender. We got a double damage plus a Roshan up there. MS is level 17 now. He's having a pretty good game. And there's just not much more you can do. If you're rating here, honestly, you know, we could say stuff like, well, Medusa gets 7 slotted. They have a chance. But if we're realists, it's not looking good.
Yeah, forward if they feel like they can't break high ground, which pretty sure they can, but they could just control the map for another 25,000 net worth lead if they wanted.
They're pulling the Lions.
Do you not just pop this BK or this DD?
I was like, do they really want to save it for the base push? And now they're not even going to get. I think if they just pop it, they just win there. They are smoked up now. They're just running around. Let's see what they want to do. Radiant scans. No one there yet. For now, they're just going to sit as 4, while over on the other side, Darkseer still not even level 12 yet. He's had a very rough game.
Dude, DS is not doing it today.
It's not. I mean, right, DS and Enigma are just those heroes that are like, you know what they're going to do, and they're annoying, but if you just deal with them, then they're useless heroes at a certain point.
Well, you know they're going to pick Gyro, and I think Gyro and Luna are in the same category for me. Fast range heroes that struggle against people that run on top of them, and you just pick Darkseer.
Yep.
Like, that's just the opposite of an offlaner that does that. Like, if you pick, like, Centaur and stuff, that can be really scary. But they just run around doing whatever they want on Gyro. He can BKB at any point. So, like, you're never chain stunning him full 0.
Okay, there's the upheaval. Silence goes, nothing's gonna hit there. They claim the Aegis. We will watch Joar struggle to get out of here,
Haha.
but he will.
That's
We
two
slowed your
more
push down
seconds
2
of Medusa farm right there.
Oh, and an illusion rune now. Oh, are they? Screw it.
Axe is the best illusion carry, but they're not gonna give it to him.
Have you seen the Manta Axe?
I have
you get the,
not seen it.
You get the spin attack talent.
Oh.
That sounds like you're really changing games up here, Blitz. Really mixing up the meta.
Dude, it's dope.
Wait, do
You
your,
actually
your,
spin so-
your illusions get it?
Yeah.
Wow.
You spin like it's your literal job.
Well, I think it is, right?
I mean, it actually
For
is your
Axe,
job,
no.
so you're finally doing
You
your
don't know
job?
what Axe does for a living?
That's true. He should be a lumberjack, but now if he only uses his fists, he's clearly not. I bet he's a bouncer. Like, I bet he's a
Nah, dude.
lumberjack during the day, bouncer at night, no?
Professional ballerina.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why is that? For which, are we talking like, which ballet? The same one the Dark Knight claimed to go on during the Dark Knight?
What?
The
No.
Russian ballet? Remember? Because that's when he flies over to bring back the guy so they can punish him
Dude,
overseas. It says
spoilers,
he-
please. I haven't seen this movie.
Spoilers on the Dark Knight. Dumbledore dies.
Stop.
And then Batman kills him. The Batarang cuts off Dumbledore's beard, and that's his power.
The battery.
He just throws it, just shaves out his beard, and he dies. Well, they're going in bottom, it looks like.
We got
Hard thing
meme
for not
potential,
looking there.
417.
And here we go, Yawar. He is solar crested up, but it just doesn't matter. He is doing some work. See you later, Boar Daddy. He goes down, Axe. Big double call in the back lines. There's the AoE damage. BKB pop by Mason. It's not going to be enough. There's a Yules on himself in the air to save. Dire Courier does go down with a full BKB on it. But Yawar is just blowing them all up right now. Mason, he's trying. Please, CC and C die. This is all they want.
Oh, we had our millman.
Oh, are they going to get it? Give him the rampage! And they do. Gets the rampage. Will they go for another? They do not. But they get the rampage. They're looking for another. He's trying to juke. He's trying to jive. He will get Yules. He will get called. Give him the double rampage. And they don't.
He
Snake
misses
Kid
the
gets
call
the kill with
just to, passive aggressively not give him the rampage.
Gotcha. And now this game's looking over. Good game, well played by Bloody Nine there. GG's thrown out, a disconnect from Boris, and yep, the game is over here. Big boy plays from Ford. They're doing what they needed to do, right? You got to go into this game expecting to win, and you do have to win. Very convincingly, which they do.
Yeah, when you have to go through the qualifiers, sometimes you just have to
You got to
spank some tier 3 teams and show them that you're on another level.
Exactly. And that's like
That's what Forward did.
like in open qualifiers, right? When you're a big team going through that, think if you lose like day 2, right? Going through day 1 of open qualifiers, like 8 best ones, is one of the worst feelings in like the world. Obviously, this is regionals now, but there's not much to say about this game. You guys want to discuss anything about it? It feels like we covered it. It was a very one-sided game, obviously.
Honestly, that game had nothing to discuss after like
The middle tier 1.
the Medusa got picked off.
Yeah.
I mean, even before that, we knew what the game plan was. It was just seeing whether or not Forward would get the kill to open up that mid-tier 1 tower.
And they did it. It did take them a little bit. Radiant did defend it for some time now, but if you didn't know, we might be seeing another one of those. It is going to be Forward Gaming again, going against the boys from Old Suck. Do you think they can become Young Suck and become the young future?
Yes.
Well, I guess it's interesting. So we can take a break. We'll discuss that match when we get back. But, you know, Forward Gaming now 2-0. I believe we might also have updated standings. If not, just call me a dumbass in my ear. Ground control. I'm fine with that.
Dumbass.
Okay, so wait, was that one of you guys? That was you, Cap, wasn't it? I see your
I don't
face.
know what you're talking about. That was Rob.
I think
Oh, it
Grant's
was.
hearing things again, guys.
God, where am I? And yep, there you go. Beast Coast 2-0, Forward 2-0. Black Sheep, 3rd place right now, 1-1. Same with Kookaburra. It does look like Old Suck Gaming down there at 0-2. We have Complexity 0-1. I still think the craziest one. I believe they play 3 today, 4 tomorrow. They're one of those teams. Joe Lottle 0-1. They had a pretty good showing though against one of the top teams. They had a pretty good early game, almost did it. And J Storm, that 1-1. So looks like everything's pretty much going according to plan here, I assume, as these teams think. I'm looking forward to that. Is Beast Coast Forward today? Give me a quick second to look. It doesn't look like it is. That's going to be a tomorrow game. So that could be the big one, right? Who's going to be the leader of this group? We will have to find out. But before then, you know, Blitz, you had something you want to tell me, you said?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then we are going to go on a short break. When we come back, it will be Forward Gaming going up against Old Suck Gaming. We'll see if it's another stomp or if this could be the greatest upset of all time. Stick around, and you guys could be part of it.